The 27th of January, the day marks the liberation of Auschwitz prisoners by the Soviet Army in 1945. It has been 76 years since, but today the survivors of the Holocaust are facing another threat. The Wuhan virus pandemic has put them in the line of fire again. Take a look.
This is the Auschwitz camp. The letters on the gate read, "Work sets you free." But 76 years ago, those living behind these gates were caught in the vicious cycle of being overworked and starved. Many were gassed. The walls of Auschwitz have witnessed some of humanity's darkest hours. They have heard some of the loudest cries. In just 4.5 years, Nazi Germany murdered at least 1.1 million people at Auschwitz. Almost 1 million of them were Jews. Leah Nebenzal's parents were among them. For her, Holocaust memories exist only in faded photographs.
In this photograph, since there is no writing on its back, there is no doubt that I am the baby. And I assume that the woman who holds me is my mother. But it's not very clear because nothing was written.
Every year on the 27th of January, Auschwitz survivors return to the camp. They walk down the lanes of history, holding wreaths and flowers, emptying their heavy heart with tears and tales of trauma. This year is different. The memorial is closed. The 76th anniversary of Auschwitz liberation is being marked online, and the pandemic has once again put some survivors in the line of fire. 94-year-old Marian Turski is one of them.
It is obvious that during the pandemic, people of my age, people from this age group who already are vulnerable to many other illnesses, are in the first line of fire for this virus, for COVID.
Every year, the number of survivors returning to Auschwitz sees a decline. 89-year-old Bogdan Bartnikovsky does not want to miss the chance of returning to the memorial to tell his story.
I hope that now, maybe even in February, when the restrictions will be eased, even if only by a little bit, groups of visitors will come again to the museum for sure, and the former prisoners will not be missing there either.
Auschwitz was originally an army barrack. When Nazi Germany invaded Poland in 1939, Auschwitz was turned into a jail for political prisoners. In 1941, the first batch of people were gassed in these camps. The same year, Nazi Germany began work on Auschwitz II, Birkenau, the site for the biggest gas chambers. Jews from across Europe were sent to Auschwitz. Once in the camp, the prisoners were sorted into two groups, those who could work and those who could not. The latter were stripped and sent to gas chambers. The prison guards would then drop Zyklon B gas pellets into the sealed chambers. Within 20 minutes, every soul would be dead. Bill Harvey lost 37 family members, including his parents. The 96-year-old now lives in the United States. What he sees around him reminds him of the Holocaust.
You know what I thought after the war? If somebody puts a swastika on, they deserve to be killed.
Can we afford to let history repeat itself? Never again. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.